Hello everyone, this is Tessa. Welcome back to my channel. This has been a really strange day for me. I had the nurses, the home care nurses come out. I had to go through the whole, you know, question and answer thing that they do. Of course, the aide came out because it is during the week. She was here earlier. I tried to sleep, but that was like not working. Every time I tried to fall asleep, the phone would ring. Nothing important most of the time. The one about the nurses' care, I had to answer that one because I've been waiting for them to call. But all the rest of them were just, you know, junk calls, scam calls, crap calls. Wish there was some way of stopping all the crap calls. I really do. Um, those of you who saw me briefly on Charlie's last night, I didn't stay long. I couldn't stay awake. I was just too out of it. I couldn't write, couldn't bring anything, like my mind just wasn't working. Nothing was coming. So I finally said, like, on I guess it was after the first sprint, I said, I'm going to have to bow out now. I said, I can't keep my eyes open and I'm just so tired. I got to go lay down. So I didn't stay there very long last night. I tried. Hi, Barrett. Hi, Melanie. I had to read that twice to make sure it was two different people. I'm not really awake, obviously. You are obviously two different people. uh, no, I'm not. I'm still not feeling well at all. Um, the fact of this last hospital stay meant that I can have no sodium, no sugar, which was already in place because I'm a diabetic, but and no salt, no sugar, low fat, and what's the other one? Cardiac healthy. I'm like, what can I have? And they hand me this little tiny menu, and I'm like, that's it. That's all I can have. That's all I can eat. It wasn't very much. I'm already tired of eating grapes. Grapes are I love grapes. But when they're the only thing, one of the few only things you can eat, you get a little tired of it after a while. No, and I'm not sleeping well, which doesn't help. So I'm tired on top of everything else, on top of everything else, on top of everything else. And it's just, I tried to do Charlie's stream last night and I gave up. I finally said, I gotta go. I'm just not, I'm not even able to think. My brain, I can't think. And the day before, I read because it was about the only thing I could manage to do. Don't know how much of it I retained, but I read. I read Romancing the Bee. Trying to, you know, get ready to change to a different genre. But I just can't seem to get my brain to work. Of course, maybe not having all the things it's used to having and suddenly was withdrawn from, that might be part of it. So, well, we're going to see, Melanie, how long I can go before I call it quits. Because I can't sleep. I tried. I've been trying for hours. and the phone keeps ringing. And some of it I had to take because it's Kate, things being set up to help me, you know, to pay out of nurses, home helping nurses, stuff like that, that I need. And yeah, she's asking me questions, and I'm trying to answer them, and they make sense. Not all of them did. A little hard time. Like, I don't know if it's my concentration or the lack of all the stuff that I'm used to eating and suddenly can't. And I'm not eating much. I did lose 5 pounds. That's cool. I mean, that's good news, but not the way I'm going about it. That's not good news. Um, I'm sorry, I'm worrying everybody. I don't know what else to do, and it's just like I'm waiting to hear if I'm going to be able to move or not. And then part of me is just so tired. It's just like dreading it. Like, oh God, if I have to move, it means I have to pack and won't be able to do it. you know, I was all gung ho, but I'm so tired now. All right, Melanie. So I'm trying not to cancel. I want to keep my life as close as possible to what it was. I hate to have to start canceling and canceling, because it gets so easy to get out of the habit of doing things. Like every time I go in the hospital, I have to fight myself to go back online again and go through the whole thing. And I know everybody cares. I know they really do. I mean, I have no problem believing that. That's not a problem. It's just, I feel so bad because I feel like I'm not fulfilling what is important. I know it's important to other people. So to me, it makes it important. And I just, you know, I don't know what to do. But my brain, if it's not fully functional, oh, Funky snuck in on me. No, Funky, I'm not feeling well. Between the pain, I don't think my brain's operating right. I think the sudden withdrawal from everything that I always had, you know, suddenly can't have, you know, salt and fat, and there's proteins and stuff that I'm used to living on. It's like a withdrawal process, and I don't know how long it'll take to overcome. I mean, I don't want to go back and just start. All right, I'll just stay in bed. Get up long enough, let the aide do her thing, go back to bed. And I had to wait today for the nurses to come, the home health nurses that come out after a hospital stay. And they're going to do physical therapy and stuff. It's like my body doesn't want to do physical therapy. Not really. It's sore and, in a lot of pain. And I don't want to write. And that's the hardest part. I don't want to write. Which is scary because it's, one of my favorite things to do. And I was just starting to get the feeling back a few weeks ago. It's funky, you'll probably remember. And I was just finally getting the feeling that I want to write again. And then I got hit with this. And then it doesn't take much, believe me. It's just so, okay, good. I don't have to do this, so I'm off the hook, you know. But I'm not really off the hook. I mean, I'm not allowing myself to be off the hook. And that's part of it. I would like to say it was that easy to just say, okay, not writing tonight. Don't feel good. Just not doing it. It's not that easy. You guys are all so sweet. You really are. I don't know what I would do without you guys. Because when your own family doesn't care, it makes it hard. And my own family really doesn't care. Every now and then they pretend to be, oh, how you feeling, Mom? I get that once in a blue moon. And I get it more often from my son in North Carolina than I do from my two daughters around here who could actually help. They don't want to. You would think they had, one of them does have a newish baby. He's only a year and a half. But the other one acts like her kids are infants and they need her for their every, move and everything they do. And they're 14 and, no, 12 and 15. They don't need their mother for every little second of the day. They will survive. Believe it or not, they will survive. But I can't seem to get that through to my kids. So yeah, I'm so grateful for my online family. I tried sleeping. I did. Sometimes getting away from it all by sleeping helps. But it didn't really help much today for some reason. And I'm dwelling on the fact of what I can't have. Can't have this food, can't have that food. What can I have? I did ask for a nutritionist today. So I'm supposed to get a call from a nutritionist. And maybe she can shed some light on something that I can tolerate without it, being a danger to me. Because I already know that having swelling feet like that is very dangerous. So I know that. I don't need to get hit over the head with a 2x4. Honestly, I do know. Melanie has a stream. She muted for a while. I'm not sure what's going on. Ah, 0 degrees is funky. That you gotta take care of yourself because you can't take care of your book story, baby. Before you can take care of your book story, baby. I don't even have a new idea. I mean, I do and I don't. Because I was trying to switch genres, so I have a couple possible romance ideas, but I don't have the strength to really, because I need to read more about them, see what today's romance stories are like. I need to read the books and see, what is, should be in a romance story. Research needs to be done. And your diet has changed so that it affects you a lot too. Am I beeping again? God, I wish I could hear. That's not beeping. No, that's not beeping. You sure I'm beeping? I don't know what else would be beeping. Even the other telephone's not ringing on the other side of the room. I'm not sure. I think the diet has a lot. It's like withdrawal from a drug. I'm withdrawing from things that I'm so used to having in my life. It has stopped, okay, because I don't hear it. Unless it was this. Never mind, it was this. It just stopped. The sugar just went way up there. Can't even keep my sugars under control. They used to be under control. Not anymore. Give myself some more insulin. It's way up there. Oh, she said she can give me a nutritionist, so that shouldn't be a major problem. I don't know how long they're really backed up, so she says I can't guarantee how soon it'll be. I mean, I know food can affect you in a lot of ways, and if you're dependent on something really long, even if it's not normally something that is bothersome, having all that salt suddenly yanked out of my diet, and I don't salt my food. This is just the food, the salt that's in the food. That's all it is. The salt that's in the food. But obviously, it's enough to affect me to have a glucose alarm, and it does both high and low. And I don't know how. I mean, I know. I think the headphones are just blocking it. I mean, I know I'm hard of hearing, but usually I can hear it without headphones on. So I think the headphones are blocking the sound. But it seems like everything is a no. Can't have this. Can't have that. Can't have this. Yeah, what gets me is my kids will yell at me. Oh, you shouldn't have that. They have no problem offering it to me. Now, if you knew somebody shouldn't have something, then why would you offer it to them? Why would you? Why would you? Wish I could figure out kids. Just can't figure them out. They're dandy little excuses for when you don't want to do something. Oh, sorry, mom. She's got a game. Oh, sorry, mom. He's got something and needs help with his work, and he can't do it himself, and they always need something. And they always have an excuse as to why they can't help you with anything. It hurts me no end since I did not bring my children up that way. I brought them up to be decent, caring human beings. But I don't know what happened to those children. Something happened to them. They'll think about it when I'm not here any longer. Right now, eh, mm, good to spank. Yeah. uh, my ex-husband did not believe in spanking the children, and I thoroughly believe that in order to get their interest, you have to give them a little bit of pain, not kill them, just give them a little bit of pain to get their interest. Like my kids didn't have to live with that because he didn't believe in it. So there was no. I mean, when I grew up, oh God, go, we used to have to go out and get our own switch off the tree. I mean, we knew you were in trouble when they told you to go pick your twitch off the tree. And I think that generation we grew up all right, but what's coming up behind us is not so great. Your mama still says that. The old switch, yep. And those suckers stung the back of your leg so bad. My kids didn't know any of that stuff because they never had any of that stuff. They're just confused on mixed signals. Mom says one thing and dad says another. And she shrunk down to 5.5 version of herself and still says it and means it. I love it. Mm. My kids never listened to me. I was the week old mama. You know, we listened to dad. Dad was in the military. When dad barked out an order, we did it. Um, they don't listen to me. I'm a nothing. They make me mad sometimes. We used to get the hairbrush. That was another favorite. Go get the hairbrush. Those hurt too. Oh, and then we had a paddle. My dad cut out a piece of plywood. It's a long paddle. That hurt. That definitely hurt. For sure. Today's kids, they know that they can get away with this stuff because if you complain, DIFUS is going to be, I don't know what it's called wherever you are, but DIFUS will be on your ass for, you know, for hurting your children. Right this moment, I'm not planning on calling it off. No. I've been feeling a little bit better as we talked. Makes me feel a little bit, better. May not be as long as normal, especially since I have to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning. So this morning I forgot to set the alarm last night. I better set it down. And my phone's ringing. It's 7:10. I'm like, what the hell? Who's calling me? It's 7:10 in the morning. I'm like, what the heck is going on? And I already said it. And I looked at the time and I laid the phone back down. I was going back to sleep. And then I jumped up. I'm like, oh my God, the AIDS here. I completely forgot to set the alarm last night. I got off the Charlie Stream and hit the bed and never slept. I mean, I just went right to sleep. What am I feeling? I'm feeling very depressed. And depression's been a problem for a while now. I've talked to her a few times about, my medications and stuff, but, you just don't just go in and change mental medications. You have to be very careful what you do because it can cause a lot of problems. Hi, Misty Kate. Barrett and Funky say they had it. Like, I'm afraid when I was in the hospital, they're like, do you feel safe at home? Well, yeah, there's nobody else here. Why would I not feel safe at home? I know why they answer that. That's for the poor wife beater, the poor wife that gets beaten all the time. She can say something and they can check into it. I know why they say that. Then it's like, well, have you felt like killing yourself in the last week or so? Well, if I say yeah, they're going to lock me up. So I usually say no, even though I really don't give a damn if I get up in the morning, which is not a good thing. I don't know what to do, guys. I'm not sure I'll feel any better by going to bed. Been there all day. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm back. I'm sorry to hear about that, Melanie says. Not much of that did you hear, Melanie? I shouldn't tell you this, but Melanie has my contact information. Melanie made me give her contact information, including the local police department. So if I do something, she's got an option that the rest of you don't have. I am feeling better. Now that I've talked to you guys, which always helps, I feel a lot better than I did when I first got on. Like, I was so confused when I got on, I didn't even know what I was doing. So, I am definitely feeling a lot better than when I first got on. Yes. And I told them, I was honest. I told them, you've got the info. What you do with the info, I have no control over. Whether or not they would do anything, I don't know. I don't know whether they would do anything or not. So, yes, I do have a backup who knows where I'm located. She knows my name. She knows my address. She knows the police department that is services my house, my high rise. I live in a high rise. She asked if there was somebody in case there's a problem that she could call if she felt it was necessary. So I left everything in her hands. I trust her. just to qualify, I'm not thinking about killing myself. I did make a solemn promise to my children I would not do that again. I did it once. I told them I would not do it again. But if I go into the hospital and say, yeah, I'm thinking about it, they're gonna put me in the hospital. I don't know that. I don't want to do that. Mental hospitals are no fun. I need help. And I can't do anything until I find out where I'm moving. I don't want to get stuck in, something here and then move somewhere else. I've been trying to put it off so I could start therapy somewhere near wherever I end up living, but now I'm not even sure that's going to happen. So, even if you wouldn't act on it, the fact that you're considering it and following up on a promise can still be dangerous. Well, I don't know. I think that the fact that I promise and I intend to keep that promise, at least that's the way I feel, doesn't make it that bad. I saw what it did to my kids. I saw it tear them apart, and I can't do that again. So I made that promise that I would never do that again. And if they take my Percocets away, I'm in big trouble because I need them for pain. If I have to live through this pain without any pain reliever, all bets off. she she knows I intend to keep the promise, but I'm hyper alert right now. I'm reading between the lines. Oh no. Merit degrees. Don't you much know how much longer? I have no idea how much longer. I called them a week, 2 weeks ago. Last week. I don't know what time. It was about a week ago. And they hadn't made any decisions yet. I know Jen was glad that somebody had the information. That is right. Perfect timing. Hi, guys. We got Lars. We got Chandra. Maggie. Megan. Diana. Can we write letters? What kind of letters? Glory's here. Hi, Glory. What kind of letters do you want to write? Funky. That helped a little bit. Bring up the atmosphere a little. Oh, can you write letters to the facility? I wouldn't want to do that. I could see them now. This one's a troublemaker. No, don't let this one in. She's a troublemaker. That's all I need. No, I don't think you can write letters to the facility. Not very good, Maggie. That's what we're just talking about. I'm in a bad place. Blood pressure's not stabilized. Lack of salt isn't helping. Having it suddenly taken out of your system like that probably isn't a good thing either. I mean, they just yanked everything out of me. Can't have this, can't have that, can't have this, can't have that. What can I have? A little paper about yay big. That's all you can have. It's like that's not enough to put a person on to eat. What are they supposed to eat? And I'm getting sick of the same things every day. Believe me. My blood sugars are all over the place. It's been a rough time. Starting with the hospital stay, that kind of like, yeah, that took me down. And I'm finally home, but I'm on a very, very strict diet. Because if my feet swell up again, I don't know what I'm going to do. Trying to put on compression stockings or whatever are not easy from what people tell me. So, but there's too much liquid, and they're trying to keep it out of my lungs because it's been there before. And that's dangerous. And I have uh, pulmonary embolisms, blood clots in the lungs, and I don't know if they're going away or not going away. I sometimes can't breathe. Still, that must have been going on for close to 2 years now. Hospitals aren't of any use anymore. It used to be you went to the facility, to a hospital, and they did whatever they could to take care of you. Now it's just stabilize you and send you to a specialist, and then the specialist has to figure out what to do. And in the meantime, they could have been working on it at the hospital, but no, they're busy trying to get you to a specialist who's backed up 3 or 4 weeks or whatever. You don't get the help you need right away. It really sucks. Considering how much sleep I've had, I should not be exhausted, technically, but I am exhausted. My blood sugar just took a flying leap off the roof, so they're all telling me, "You're beeping, you're beeping." What's beeping? I don't hear anything beeping. And there was my blood sugar up high again. So I just took some insulin to try to bring it down. But now I got to be very careful not to go in the opposite direction. It's a fine game. Barrett says, I agree with Melanie. You really do sound worn out. I am worn out. I'm so worn out. I can't sleep. How's that make? How's that sense? I'm so worn out I can't sleep. It's crazy. Am I developing insulin intolerance? I don't know. To tell you the truth, I don't know what it is. All I know is I've been on insulin for many, many years now. And I can't keep it stabilized. I'm either too high or too low, but I can't seem to find a happy medium. And it'll drop just as quickly as as it raises. Like, from 1 minute to the next, I never know what it's going to be. Now, I gave myself a good bit of insulin. It's still going up. So you probably heard my little toy that beeps when it goes up or down. I'm at 282 now. I took insulin. It should be going down, not up, down. What's the point of taking insulin if it's going to keep going up? Stupid thing. Artificial sweeteners I still use because I don't use sugar. As far as corn syrup, if it's in there, I don't know. Not intentionally taking them, that's for sure. Because I know better than that. But it doesn't mean I know every food that has it in it, so. And I know diet soda is not a good thing for you either. Oh, maybe it is. I can't read. I know it has sodium. That's the first thing that got me. When I found out that it had sodium, I was really shocked. It has aspartame, not good. Caramel color. Phosphoric acid, potassium, benzoate, natural flavors, citric acid, caffeine, phenylketonuria. Oh God, why do you have to make names so hard? Contains phenylalanine, caffeine. It's not actually saying corn syrup or anything like that on there. But I can say. Yeah, I go off and on it. I'm back on it again. I go off and on, off and on. Yeah, we used to have Pepsi all the time. I prefer Coke, but we had Pepsi. Be this synthetic caffeine. Yeah, Diet Coke. I know. Rust out the insides of anything, right? I go through periods where I'll have none and then I'll have it and I'll have it and I won't have it. Just back and forth. Caffeine from good sources. Tea and coffee metabolize differently from caffeine from soda and other energy drinks. Oh, I don't touch the energy drinks. Never had one of them. Oh, he's gonna be right back. Yeah, yeah. I'm not usually on it all the time. I go through periods where I want it and I'll have some and then I won't. And I won't have some and then back and forth, back and forth. No, I cannot imagine you on energy drinks. The love child of energy bunny, energizer bunny, and the speedy Gonzalez. uh, do you have cheese or eggs or kind of protein? What just happened there? All right, Barrett. Um, Gotta run. It's my birth. Oh, it's your birthday. Happy birthday. And your hubs first. First, I missed it. Whatever it was. In your hubs first something. I had to completely cut wheat and corn from my grandmother's diet. I used to hate fizzy waters. Yeah, yuck. Because of the lack of sugar. I forced myself to get used to them. I actually like them now. Mm, bye, Barrett. Okay, Barrett, we'll catch up soon. Thank you. um, Yeah, aspartame's not good for me for sure. I stick to Splenda myself. When I move to my computer. One sec. Thank you for the watch time. Enjoy your birthday and your celebration and whatever you're gonna do. I miss that. I barely caught your birthday before it disappeared on the thing. So if you said you were doing something, I missed it. I don't eat cereal, so that's not a problem. I got up out in front. It's my birthday, and my host just brought home the birthday pizza. Well, that's cool. I was just sitting here wanting pizza. Aspartame gives me migraines and too much stress, and too much causes me to have seizures. Oh, that could be dangerous. Definitely can be dangerous. Yeah, I don't have. I stay away from aspartame if I know it's in there. Don't always know it, but if I know it's in there, I noticed this Diet Coke has aspartame in it. I couldn't even have soda in the hospital. That was a no-no because there's sodium in it. I said sodium in soda, diet soda, sodium. They said sure. So I had to get somebody to check it out. And sure enough, sodium in diet soda. And that's the one thing that I thought was safe. Diet soda didn't have, I wouldn't have soda in it, sodium in it, would it? Would it? I guess it's so. Melanie says, I just pulled a single card from my Wisdom of Avalon Oracle deck for you. Would you like to see its message? Oh boy, yeah. Lay it on. These are light cards. Mm. We used to read the tarot cards. We used to use the runes. If you've ever read the runes, I'm like, oh, I can't believe how much this is. So much like, what was going on in my life. So you pulled the Earth Fairy, which is centered around physical health. Great. Grounding and foundations. Yes, I shuffled the deck. I can only imagine what's coming. Perhaps you need to exercise or to pay special attention to your diet. Are you getting enough sleep? I have sleep apnea. I never get enough sleep. Even with that stupid machine running, it doesn't do anything to help in the way of sleep. I wake up in the morning and I'm just like totally exhausted. Doesn't matter how many hours. I've slept 24 hours straight through before. Just woke up, looked at the clock on the bathroom, went right back to sleep. Revel in the sensations of your body. Get into your body and out of your head. Don't spend so much time over analyzing everything time and time again. Oh, jeez, I can't stop worrying about. I overanalyze everything. I have a rough time with that, for certain. I also had a whole chart done on me, a natal chart, or whatever they call them, from the astrology. And I'm like, oh, I can't believe this. How right on. Be aware that projects, relationships, business ideas, and families all need to be built on a solid foundation. The Earth Fairy always helps when asked. I could definitely use help, that's for sure. Something's definitely not right. It hasn't been in a while, and I can see it's just getting worse. I kept trying to tell myself it was getting better, but it's not really getting better. So, what's funny is that card was separated from the deck from my last self given reading, and I shuffled the deck multiple times, and that same card came back. Um, well, so it's been rough the last few months, at least. Not that I would let anybody know, not that I told anybody. So that message was definitely meant for you. Our mental health and physical health are not separated. I grew up in a family that believes in all this stuff, so it's not a total surprise to me. Melanie says, I truly think you need to see if there are any options to seek therapy ASAP instead of waiting to hear back from the facility based on the conversation from earlier. It seems that you could be reaching a crisis point soon if you aren't already there. It scares me. It really does scare me. And I know I tend to deny it an awful lot. When people ask me, I deny, I deny. You know, I just don't know what to do. And I'd hate to lose the place because I'm in the hospital. That was my other concern. Although, if it's not supposed to work out and I'm in the hospital, then it wouldn't work out anyhow, for whatever reason. Even though I could blame it on the hospital. I was in the hospital, I had no control over it. Yeah, there's definitely some, already a lot of avoidance going on. Excuse me. I think they would hold the unit for you for something beyond your control. Oh no. Mm. Now I'm hiccuping. I don't know if they do or they don't. don't think my psychiatrist really understands. As many times as I said I need help, I don't for her to not step in and take over and try to do something is very strange, and I don't know what's going on because she was always very good at that. And then lately, it's just like she didn't even answer my last uh, message I sent to her. So I don't understand what's going on. And he says, I'll be 100% honest with you, and this is coming from my soul as your friend. I think you need to seek help tonight, even if it means contacting your daughter. Oh, God. There has to be something wrong if the insulin isn't managing your blood sugar. Well, I can. I would say I agree with you there. I don't know why it's not. Came down a little bit. Still way too high. Can you see that? Didn't even know I was doing it. Melanie says, I knew I was going to get that. Oh God, with the eye roll response. But I'm being completely serious. You can't go on like this. Maggie says, pancreatic failure, insulin intolerance, something overly elevated, blood sugars levels can cause as many problems as too low. It's just, I don't know about where you're at. The hospitals around here do not give a damn. They know my blood sugar was high. They did not care. They'd give me a little bit of insulin. It wouldn't do anything, but they don't even know you have to take insulin before you eat. I said, I just ate. Why are you taking my blood sugar now? Well, it's better than nothing. Not necessarily, because it's not the real reading. And medications now that can increase your insulin activity, sensitivity, and they assume you are at fault or that you are eating off your diet plan. Melanie says, when I was with in the ICU with COVID, they check my sugar before my lunches and dinner. That's what they're supposed to do. This dumb hospital and the other ones in the area are all the like. They take it whenever. I said, I already ate lunch 2 hours ago. The reading you're getting is not the correct reading. It takes 2 hours for blood sugars to increase over time to, where it suddenly stops increasing and starts to come back down. If it's even operating right, and I don't know that it's operating right. And they just like, oh, it doesn't matter. It's no big deal. That's what makes me so mad about doctors nowadays. They ignore everything. I guess it's to do an accurate follow up of blood sugar levels. Then they need to take it every 2 hours for 72 hours. Hi, Funky. Funky made it back. My ear hurts. My glasses off. Bothering me. Um, yeah. They all need fasting and non fasting blood sugar levels and control samples where they have you drink sucrose solution to see how your body handles the ebb and flow. I haven't had one of those in so long it isn't funny. You're about to say how good the glasses are. They are one of the better glasses I've gotten, but they were irritating my ears. He says they should be doing them every 2 years since you were put on insulin. Dude, they haven't been. Don't do anything around here. Least of all help. Don't do anything to help. Crazy. So he fell in the basement. Thank you, Funky. Means a lot to me. Misty says yes. Melanie says we got you. Nice to know that people care. You have a personal doctor, or has it all been hospital visits? I have so many specialists, it isn't funny. And the fact that the specialists don't agree. They all argue among themselves over what I have, don't have, should have, what they should be doing about it. I don't get it. I don't get it. I really don't. And the one doctor, my family doctor, who was a pretty smart man, just retired, so of course he's not around anymore. means I have to get to learn the other guy in the practice because I never went to him. Well, I did a couple times, but for the most part, I went to the other guy. They can help you know all the questions to ask. And then he says, "Of course we do. I really think you should get some rest if you can, and do we need to get a hold of anyone for you?" No, my kids don't wanna. They don't want to be bothered, which means they won't do anything. I mean, I could go back to bed and see if I feel any different tomorrow. Because it's the weekend, of course, tomorrow. It's always the weekend. Thank you, guys. Yeah, she'll be here in the morning, 6 to 7 o'clock. I get up at 6. She gets here at 7. I don't have any milk in the house. I don't even think I have protein. Closest I might come to protein would be a little thing of peanut butter. He says, "Man, I am sure and glad Penumbra is on the scene. There's no meat. There's no cheese. There is a little bit of peanut butter." Penumbra says to Funky 2 decades of geriatrics. Oh man, I feel like a geriatric. Oh, I am. I'm about to turn 65. I guess that makes me a geriatric. Yeah, there's not much in the way of food here because my pain level is so hard I can barely walk. So 65 is young. You can turn this around. I wasn't a doctor. I worked for a living. Not today's doctors. They don't. They're, they make me so mad because I know a lot of things that are wrong with my body, but they won't listen to me because I'm just a civilian. And then says I went from nursing and pharmacy to the post office because it was less stress. I can I can understand that. Richard Simmons clapping. Mm, yeah, they all tell me how. You're only 64. You're still so young. I don't feel young. I don't feel young at all. I feel like an old lady. If it'll make you all happy, I will go to bed. Maggie says we love you and worry for you. Thank you. No, he doesn't say the other thing that Cheez It sounds like. Cheez Its. What does it sound like? I don't even, my brain's not working or what, but I'm not quite sure I get that one. uh, took 5 hours for someone to even look at my son the other day in the ER. Yeah, that's the way it is. You just sit there. I was surprised when I came in. They took me right to the back because that rarely happens. If I don't go by ambulance, I'm usually thrown into the big pile of people piled in the waiting room. But they did take me right back. Although they put me in a child's bed. You ever sat on a child's stretcher? I'm short, and it was still too short for me. Oh Jesus! Uh, should have seen the fight I had with the ER doc last week when my youngest was having. Your youngest was having. Oh gee, everything's stopping. A migraine. Okay. Waiting room was nuts. Ohio has over 8,000 new cases in the past 24 hours, and people wonder why I get anxious about being in groups. Don't dictate the treatment regime to me. I know the pharmacodynamics of those medicines, and you will admit her tonight. But you know, the funny thing is, I've been admitted by ambulance, and they have actually forgotten me. They've thrown me in the hall. This hospital throws people in the hallway. You do not have a call button. You do not have privacy. If you have to go to the bathroom, they look at you like, well, where are you going to go? Somewhere more private than the hallway, maybe? Just maybe. Would be a start. I mean, sometimes I think they're stupid. And I was right. She had to go on the dihydroergotamine for 68 doses at an 8-hour intervals for 3 to 4 days. Melanie says she's so glad that Funky Son's okay. Funky says, Missy, too true. Misty Kate, I don't know why, but I keep wanting to say your name like Syndicate, Mysticate. Ask Melanie how to sell a syndicate. It's even funny. She's got it in her book. Syndicate. It's funny spelling. Yeah, there you go. Mm, never contradict the medication nurse. Oh, yeah. If they ever get in their head not to give you your medications. Oh, Lord. And new Assassin's Creed game. My brain is weird like that. This is the game. Okay, so I'm gonna make everybody happy. I will go to bed. Not that I'm gonna argue because I'm damn tired. It isn't funny. I'm going to go to bed. Tomorrow's Friday. Hopefully everything will be okay for Saturday because I don't want to have to cancel. I don't want to have to cancel Jen's birthday if I can help it. I have a feeling I might be in bed by 9 p.m. myself tonight. He says, nag, nag, nag. Okay, Missy, Maggie, Funky. Who else did I forget? I know we got raided, so I don't know who else is here. All right, I'm getting off. Funky's got you covered with somebody else to write with. And I got some peanut butter. I can always. Thank you, Funky. Love you guys too. All of you. This is really hard for me. I hate doing this. I feel like I'm letting people down. Thank you, Melanie. I love you too. I love all of you. Like I said, you're not letting us down by taking care of you. Get somewhere else. Never feel obligated. I don't know. It's just the way I was brought up. What can I say? When you promise somebody something, you do it. No matter what. But I will listen to all of you wise people and I will go ahead and sometime tomorrow, Melanie. I won't guarantee it'll be early. I mean, I'll be up early because the aide will be here. But I don't know whether or not I'll function right away. Thank you, Funky. Thank you, all of you. Love you too, Funky. So I'm going to go ahead and say goodnight and head for my bed. So good night, everybody. And I will try to let, if nothing else, I'll try to at least let Melanie know. She can spread the word. Try to remember to let Jen know too, because I didn't get a chance to talk to her tonight. So good night. Good night, everyone. I'm on. Yeah, That's right, you are. I can even go directly to you now because I got you. I got you and Jen and Melanie for sure. Those I know for sure. I don't know about everybody else, but I do have the three of you. So we'll see what happens in the morning and how I'm feeling. Hopefully better. So I'll see you later. Bye, guys.